Hey everybody, Donnie here, and yes, I am a little bit under the weather because it's cold outside and because I work too much, I got a little sick. Anyway, besides the point, I kind of want to talk a lot about like what's going to be happening and upcoming events and stuff like that. And I first want to like talk about how um, the TikTok ban is going to kind of like reshape how I kind of come out for the social media aspect of everything. If you guys don't know, I have a personal TikTok by the name of Uniquely Donna, and as of January 19th, there is going to be a chance that TikTok is going to be banned in the United States, and I currently live in one of the 50 states in said country. And so from January 19th on, if TikTok is still going to be banned, I am going to be moving away from TikTok and more focused on posting up stuff on social media, like for example here on YouTube as well as on my business Instagram, and I'm going to be posting on them. I'm not sure if I'm going to be starting to get back into like posting stuff on my personal Instagram called Donna Ship, but like if that does happen, I might end up posting stuff on my Instagram here on YouTube, and also maybe I would have to reconsider it. Getting to post stuff on my personal Instagram as well. I haven't posted much of anything for like I think about a year now. I think like a year or so, year and a half maybe. So I haven't really posted anything on that personal Instagram, but like I have been letting people know like just some updates, putting on stuff on the storyline once in a while. But other than that, nothing. I do want to show you guys currently a slightly more updated version of like different events that I'm going to be going to for this year, and I have it right here for you guys. So for example, I'm going to be in the winter market for every Thursday. As far as I know, I'm going to be there for the first 4 Thursdays of the winter market, and then if things go well and things kind of take off and stuff from there, I'm going to be continuing on until April 24th. Then throughout, while I'm still doing the winter market, I'm going to be going to places like Cosmic Con, which is going to be happening in Manhattan, New York, as well as Cyclone Con, which is going to be happening in, I think it's Centenary College or University. Um, it's going to be held in Hackettstown, New Jersey. So this the Winter Market, Cyclone Con, Hasbrook Heights, and PucciCon are all in New Jersey, in their respective places. PucciCon being in Fort Lee now instead of when I went there last year. I it was in Teaneck, New Jersey, in the Marriott, and then now it got moved to I believe Fort Lee or Fair Lawn, one of those two places. So while I'm doing the Winter Market every Thursday, I'm gonna be doing Cosmic Con and Cyclone Con respectively. Um, Last year I did more street fairs and stuff, and even though in some cases I did make more um, than what the table was, and then some. In other cases, while I went to the street fairs, I didn't make enough for the table, which was kind of it kind of sucked a little bit. So I decided, hey, let me just stick more to places where they have more available dates. So even though right now the only one that's street fair wise is Hasbrook Heights, I kind of stuck more towards like conventions throughout New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and like even one outside of the states. So it's very interesting how things are turning out and all that stuff. So once CycloneCon finishes, I don't have anything until June. June, which is the Hasbrook Heights Street Fair. It's one of like those big street fairs that they where they hold like once every year. So this one, and I think another one I'm gonna be applying to, which happened back in October, which was like the Garfield, the one in Garfield, which was not too far from where I live. I'm probably gonna be doing that one again this year, but who knows. And then from once Hasbrook Heights Street Fair finishes, then I won't be going to any conventions until Shore Leave, which is going to be in Pennsylvania. And this one's actually going to be happening in less than a week before my birthday. So like literally around this time, it's going to be like a couple days before my birthday, within a week before my birthday. And this is probably going to be like a cool experience. I'm like I would see if I could get a hotel for the one in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, just to keep it close by, so then, at least I have some place to go to sleep and not have to travel like maybe an hour or two from New Jersey to get to Pennsylvania and then back, just to keep things kind of organized and stuff. And then following after this one is going to be the LandCon in Scotland, which is going to be held in Edinburgh. And this is gonna be the first time I've actually traveled outside the United States of since 2007, and the first time I'm traveling out of the states for something that's business related, which is gonna be awesome. And finally, before we get into it, I want to give you guys a little bit of a backstory. This year I actually applied to get into PucciCon. This time around, PucciCon is going to be held in Fort Lee, New Jersey. Last time I've been to it, PucciCon was in Teaneck, New Jersey, which wasn't too far from where I lived. My experience of it was kind of lackluster, just because like it was my first ever event, and I was severely underprepared, so I didn't know what was happening outside of that. And then and then I've heard so many people kind of felt a little bit dismayed with how it turned out. This time around, I am giving PucciCon a second chance. I'm giving it a benefit of the doubt, because I don't like last year's event was like, hey, it was probably just a bad location. It was like it wasn't something that fit into the best perspective. I'm hoping that this time around, when it's in Fort Lee, New Jersey, that it's going to have a different turnaround versus last year's. And I've seen a lot of people complain about it, and I've seen some people like step down from their roles. So it kind of sucked seeing how things kind of turned out the way it did. However, I do feel like giving the person in charge of the convention a second chance, because it was probably out of her hands how things kind of ran out, and giving her the benefit of the doubt, just gonna give her a second chance, right? I was like, I mean, so I decided to just you know try to like work on it a little bit better this time around, and like now she's focusing more on doing it once a year versus twice a year, where if she had done it for the second time last year, it would have been in Pennsylvania, and I think it would have been worse for her if she did it twice a year instead of the once a year that she ended up doing in 2024, which great for her, good for her. I give her props for at least changing it to a point, to a degree where it's like, hey, it's gonna be close to the holiday season, so it's gonna be easier for people to make um and to have the money to like actually spend, versus last year she did in the beginning of the March for the New Jersey convention, and then she canceled the one in Pennsylvania. So I was like, okay, things happen. I'm gonna leave it be, but this year around, I'm hoping that it becomes better. This year, she charged less for the ticket versus the last year, so it's like now I might have a better chance of making like I have a better chance of making money back, and then probably a little bit of profit if I end up being well prepared for this entire convention. So hopefully this time around things will turn out great. Hopefully. We'll see. So there's some conventions that I am kind of wanting to get a part of. Last year I did more of a focus in doing these markets and stuff, and even though in some cases I did make back the table and then some, in other cases I didn't make the table back at all. Probably made like probably about half of the table. I kind of want to go into doing more conventions this year, and one of the two that I'm hoping to apply for would be the Anime New York City one, which is kind of cool because like I've never been a part of it, but I've also wanted to get into it, and you know, like um, as of right now, you know, this is not open, but I'm hoping that it's going to be open within the next month or so. And then here for New York Comic Con last year, I did apply for um the artist alley and then also the exhibitor place, but I didn't get in, unfortunately, for either one. I got waitlisted and I never got in. I'm hoping that, you know, like I'll be one of these lovely people that got into it and, you know, just get into it and be able to apply for it. Like hopefully, like as far as I know, they do open up for New York Comic Con, they do open up their artist alley applications sometime in, I think, like April or May. And so this time around I would get into it. So we'll see how that goes, cuz like this is going to be something that's going to be like long time running, right? And you know, like nowadays, it's considering that this is gonna be my second year trying to see if I could get into New York Comic Con. It's just gonna be, it's gonna be. I feel like it's gonna take me quite a lot to try to see if I could get into it myself. If I don't get in again this year, I'll try again next year. It's not a big deal. There was a time where I did apply for Castle Point, AnimeCon that does do their events in Sea Caucus, and I completely forgot that I even applied for it, to be honest, and I ended up not getting in, um, which is okay because like I forgot about it anyway, um, and because I was so focused on doing other stuff, I just never really, you know, really like, because apparently that my application was denied at some point, so I was like, oh, okay, you know, perfectly fine, it's not a big deal from where I was saying it. So luckily, hopefully, you know, when we get to it to how things kind of turn out, uh, hopefully later this year I'll reapply for Castle Point, New York Comic Con, um, and also Anime New York City, just to see if I could get into any one of the three. If not, perfectly fine. Gives me more time to actually make a lot of stuff and get into making what I would like to make, and then expanding into the whole crocheting repertoire and having more items onto also my own website. So if you guys ever do want to purchase anything on my website, you're more than welcome to. The link of it is going to be down in the description, as well as my social medias like Instagram, TikTok. Um, yeah. So if you guys do want to follow me on any one of my social media accounts, including here, if you want to leave a comment, a like, a subscribe, you're more than welcome to. I don't really mind it if you don't. If you're just here to watch my progress leading up to having a bigger business than I do right now, hey, Do what you gotta do. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm sorry about the train. Really sorry about that.